Hey there, Tenno, I'm Shadowscythe, and today we're going to be getting locked and loaded with my Abating Link build for Trinity. Now, the whole point of this build is pretty much for those of you who more or less like the solo, because melee Trinity is actually a thing that a lot of people tend to have fun with. And I mean, I've had fun with it too. But if for whatever reason you're wanting to play her solo rather than play in a group of people, then this build would actually be a little bit better off for you. Just because of the fact that you don't actually need to rely on or worry about keeping people's energy up or yada yada yada. All you really have to do is focus on your own health and then hit blessing at the right time. Or just roam around and kill shit and have fun like I intend to do. So the whole way through this mission, you're pretty much only going to see me running around using my Reaper Prime and Abating Link. Because I actually forget what Abating Link does because it's been a while since I've used this build. Anymore, whenever I play Trinity, I tend to play her in a group of people. So I actually. But at least with Link up, you actually end up redirecting damage to them. I am not sure whether it scales off power strength or what, but I do have it at a 75% damage reduction, which is normal. So I'm gonna change this so that it redirects the damage back at them. It just makes it a little bit easier to kill them because with the 75% damage reduction active, you can take some pretty nasty hits and still do a lot of damage because they're essentially killing themselves. You say you just got hit with a shot that would normally drop my 1,110 shields in a single hit. With that 75% damage reduction, I'll still be left with about a quarter of my shield. And if whatever just shot me doesn't have a whole lot of health, or they do high damage but are super squishy as a trade-off, then they just one-shot themselves. Actually not that bad. I mean, a lot of people tend to not use this power just because of the fact that they're playing her in a group. But it's really not that bad if you just feel like messing around and soloing Trinity. Oops, wrong tower. As you can see, they've not really done anything to my shields. Granted, this is also super low level stuff, just because I'm running a low level Fisher mission. But it's still fun to do. Let's just get through here. Good kitty. Alright. Anyway, the required number of enemies has been killed, so let's GTFO. And then I can show you guys the actual build itself. And then my trick to this is doing a high duration, low range. Just because of the fact that it works out really well, and if I would have to guess, it probably does scale off of power strength in some way, which I don't really have any mods to positively affect my power strength equipped.
Tenno, a new alert has begun. It will be marked on navigation.
If I actually have any at all. Anyway, first things first is I will pull up the abilities tab and pay attention to what Link does on its own. Any damage taken while Link is active will be channeled to a nearby enemy. Damage reduction 75%, duration 27.24 seconds, up to maximum of 3 enemies affected. I have yet to find any way to change that, so that is more than likely a permanent stat. And more than likely it is power strength, because I have a bunch of other things that should be affected by it that have no change. And then power range in meters is reduced to 15.18 over its default 20. But that's actually not all that bad. What was her passive? Revive fallen enemies faster and from farther away. Anyway, here's the build itself. 227% power duration, 130% power efficiency, 79% power range, and 100% power strength. So yes, I am not using any mods for power strength itself. Instead, I'm using Cunning Drift to kind of counteract the negative from Narrow-Minded. But then I am using Redirection and Vitality both on Trinity, Primed Continuity and Primed Flow. Obviously, if you don't have those, you'll have to, or one or the other, you're going to have to settle for the latter. Constitution and Streamline, just for that power efficiency, because of the fact that I want the high duration, so fleeting expertise is out of the question here. Narrow-Minded, obviously, as you guys just heard. And then Abating Link reduces armor rating by 45% on enemies targeted by Link. Okay, that's what it does. I couldn't remember the exact effect that it had, but that is a 45% armor reduction, which makes using this against Grineer all the more viable and fun. Because it's like, oh, hey, Bombard wants to shoot me. Bombard is missing 45% of his armor and is taking 75% of that damage. Have fun! Then, like, if I wanted to, I can probably swap this out just to see how much higher of a damage percentage I can change that to. And I did forma this from the old Vazarin polarity that you could use with Rejuvenation or Physique, I think it was. Let's find out. Yeah, Physique to Energy Siphon. Just because you kind of want to have some form of energy influx, and this beats having to use Energy Vampire on with like a high duration like this build is. But anyway, let me swap Cunning Drift really quick just to test my theory. Where is Power Drift? There's Power Drift. Now let's take a look at the abilities. So, Blessing, Energy Vampire, and Well of Life changed, but Link did not. So the damage reduction appears to be at a fixed 75%. Because, I mean, I guess that would be a little bit game-breaking if you could have that at 100% damage reduction and then just spam that to hell and back. Because then everybody would play Trinity and nobody would actually do anything else. So, I mean, I can understand them doing that. Which really isn't... It's not that bad of an idea, actually. But thank you guys all so much for tuning in. It really means a lot to see the continued support from all of you who find my videos interesting. And I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for you guys. So, those of you that follow me, that have shouted me out to your friends, whatever, you guys are amazing. But that's gonna be it for this, and I will be doing, and then keep in touch. Just keep a lookout, because this Sunday, June 25th, is going to be my last Twitch stream before TennoCon. And then Wednesday, June... what day would that be? Wednesday, June 28th is going to be the last video upload before TennoCon. So do keep a lookout on those, and then schedule will resume on its normal days after, or the schedules will resume on their normal days after I get back. But once again, if you like this video for whatever reason, hit that like button and subscribe. If not, be sure to check out the other segments on my channel. There might be something there that interests you that this one did not. If you would like to stay up to date with all news regarding IRL, stream times, video uploads, whatever, be sure to follow me on Twitter and player.me for all all information regarding that. And if you'd like to support the channel and its endeavors, which would also benefit on Twitch itself, be sure to check out my game list link in the description box below as well. And until next time, Tenno, stick to the shadows.